Welcome to the dinosaur land of your hopes and dreams. Yesterday, I said that when we dive in today, we basically finished all the utility stuff, right? We finished all the foundation that we need to really start building the dinosaur park, and today we're going to focus on that, and that's exactly what I intend to do. So, I've played forward a little bit. I think we skipped forward a couple of days there, and we finished off at the scientist cabinet, and that's basically the last thing for the time being that we really need to research before we can get up on our feet and before we can start delving into the dinosaur side of things. So the only issues we've got right now is obviously we mine up the amber, we analyze the amber, we do whatever we've got to do with that, and obviously do the research associated with the dinosaurs, which we'll start doing right now. So I imagine we would probably want to go for those. Oh, the automated feeders I've also been told are incredibly good, because those allow you to feed your dinosaurs, I mean, essentially for free from what I've been told. They actually sound a little bit OP. So whether or not we use them, I'll leave it down to you guys, but we'll research them regardless, so we can at least take a look at them. But these are the research that we need to actually get on with the dino DNA reconstruction and grow the eggs and whatever. The only problem is we don't have enough components. So, as I said to you guys, basically at the start of the series, I've balanced the quarry so that it's almost unlimited in the amount of use we can get out of it, but it has a super high failure rate, so we're not just going to end up with unlimited resources. If you watch these guys now, the majority of the time during their mining will end in failure, which means that it's still not a good, reliable source of resources. We should only really use it if we have literally nothing else for these people to do. Now, unfortunately, right now, we really don't have anything for these people to do. So it's alright them being in there, and we're still getting a decent amount of resource trickle. We've got 4,000 steel there. We've got 7 components. So we need to build the fabrication bench. We need components to obviously build our, our amber extraction tables, our dinosaur cloning machines, whatever. So I think we're going to have to start off with a trip up to the mechanoid hive just to go and get some components from that. I'd like to send a couple of people this time around. There's no reason not to. So let's get a couple of these animals tamed to, what do we need to be able to ride on them? It's obedience, isn't it? So if we take, I don't really know, who can we train in obedience that we can still ride on? Because a lot of these are quite young. We've got, I don't know if you've noticed as well, a slight dinosaur issue, in the sense it's more or less exponential. We started with 2 Styracosaurus, and we started with 2 Muffalopes, and now we've ended up with, 19 Styracosaurus. Wait, that's even more, isn't it? 19, was that 23 Styracosaurus and 5 Muffalope, 2 of which are pregnant, which, I'll leave that up to your imagination how the hell that's happened. So we kind of need to get a bit of population control in here as well, I think, so maybe limit it to, say, 10 of each dinosaur at maximum. This is going to get out of hand. It's going to be impossible to feed them otherwise. So I assume we can just take these 2 as our tamed animals. That should save us a little bit of time. Now, it's going to take a while to tame. Oh, God. I thought it was a raid then for a second. Research request opportunity. Send our best researcher. Was this the event people were telling me about that's like super, super OP? If we send our guy over to go help them research, we'll get a whole bunch of research in response. I don't know. Honestly, right now, it's not really worth it because we're still doing really early game research. So even if it just gives us the current thing we're researching, it's not going to be that valuable. It's only 800 points at the end of the day. So right now, let's focus on this mechanoid hive. Now, I want to get some animals tamed so we can at least ride them over there and obviously save a little bit of time and be able to carry a lot more as well. So let's set training to higher tier. Should we just let John do it? I think they have a training cooldown, don't they? So if we have 2 people doing it, it's only going to make things worse when if we're not using our best guy all the time. Draft and undraft. Wait, excuse me. What? Why did he not start training then? Let's take a look. I did mark them for training. Hey, my friend, I need you to handle train. He just wants to carry on with his research, huh? Okay. Can I mount animal needs obedience training? Yeah. Oh, shit. Right, I see the issue. We've got no food. Like, we've actually got no food at all. We've got 25 meals in storage. Just because we had that toxic fallout going on for ages, right? We've only just replanted the crop. It's not going to take too long. The rice is 69% nice % grown. So, it's not going to be much longer before we start getting the food back in. And we've got, like, strawberries there, corn, potatoes. This is your Devil's Strand when we eventually get around to doing that. I have got the vegetable garden mod enabled now as well, so we can get a bigger variety in crops, and in fact, that's something we should probably focus on researching ourselves. Whole reason I got that is so that we'd be able to provide enough food to feed all of these animals, but maybe these automatic feeders might not be what we want. They might be a little bit overpowered. Okay, in that case then, I guess we'll wait a while. We could always send him off to do this research request then. Fuck it, let's see what we've got going for it. I want to send both of them so they could bring back more components so we wouldn't have to worry about it for a while. But, where is it on the map? Because we might not want to go visit. Is it over there? Prison camp. That's definitely not it. Item stash. We've got mechanoids, unsurprisingly. Oh, it's there? Oh, in the middle of the desert, huh? 16 days. It's not that far away, but the fact that we have to go through desert to get to it means that we're going to have to pack a lot of meals to take him. because there's obviously not very much, there's not very much natural forage on the way. Let's see what it's like if we plan out a caravan to it. Maybe we'll try and do it. So we do want to send John, and needs obedience, obviously. Yeah, so we can tame, who's that we can tame? Whitney, we can tame Muffalo 1. Oh, in that case, let's take Muffalo 1 and Norbert instead of the two original ones. Okay, if we take them, we can obviously carry more bulk, but we can't ride them yet, so it's a bit pointless. Sure. Packaged survival meals, we have 10 of them. That actually might be enough to get us there and back. Alright, let's give it a go. Boom. 0.3 days. Oh, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. So we can get there and back in less than a day. Fuck it. Okay, off you go. Go on then, John. Good luck. Good luck on your research adventures. Might be right some really valuable dinosaur research. So in the meantime, then, we've got head researcher Trashy fielding the dinosaur experiments and the... What was that? What did I just hear? They were building something then, right? Something's definitely being built. What the fuck are they building? Am I blind? Oh, he's building the chairs. Right, okay. I also spruced up the base a little bit, by which I mean I put some chairs up here. Oh, and the other big requested thing at the top of yesterday's comments was to build a corpse freezer, which, honestly, I should have done a lot longer ago, especially because we've got so many fucking carnivores to feed now. My God. How do they expect us to feed this many? Okay, well, we've got a corpse freezer, so the whole point of that is we're going to put the enemy corpses obviously in there, and then the dinosaurs can just go in and eat them at their leisure. I've also forbid the animals to go in on the farms, but honestly, at the rate we're going, I've also made the dinosaur wonder zone much, much larger than it used to be as well. If we go to the zone management here, you can sort of see, I've basically just said, hey, go for the whole map, but not the main entrance. That way, if enemies do turn up, we can get them to retreat back to the base with, like, the toxic fallout layout, something like that. And it gives them time, you know, they're not going to be trapped up here with a bunch of enemies spawning on top of them. Alright, nice. So, John has arrived there. Research was a success. Lots of progress has been made. Relations with the orange turkey Brrainz have improved by 14. Additionally, we got some insight into the long blades. Well, that's very useful. Thank you. He's gained 5,000 intellectual experience. That's actually quite good. I kind of underestimated that one, huh? 5,000 is not a huge amount, especially when you're at his level, but that is quite good. Can we bring him home, or is he going to camp for the night? It is 9 p.m., so he's not going to be able to get home today. Yeah, there we go. He's set up camp. He's got plenty of food. That was... I wasn't expecting it for him to turn up, it finish instantly, and then him be able to come home. I thought it'd be a multiple-day thing. But hey, that works incredibly well, huh? That's fantastic. So the prerequisite Mesozoic knowledge is done. That sounds useful. I have no idea actually what that does at all, or whether it's just like the sort of thing you have to research before you move on to the next. Hence the whole prerequisite thing. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, fine. Then we've got the amber extraction coming up next, which sounds like the most sensible thing to go for. Then we've got the DNA construction. And we've already built this weird little thing here. I'm thinking we're going to need a dedicated lab area. This is kind of like staff room, sort of living, crafting, whatever else. I think we need just a dedicated lab building. Oh, God, what's wrong with my animal? It's been hunting? It's got malnutrition. Right, shit, yeah. We could just get all of this rice harvested early. I mean, it's not going to be much longer. Either that or my dinosaur's going to die. To be honest, would it be that bad? It's not like we haven't got, you know, a whole bunch more to replace it. We've got 23 of the fucking things. No, we've got even more than that. We've got 28 of them. Honestly, I think it's time we kill some off. Well, who are the youngest ones? Can we even see? Oh, they're all around the same age, to be honest with you. Oh, they all count as adult, though. Holy shit, those things grow fast. That's why it's getting out of hand. I think we should slaughter probably quite a few of them. We'll kill off the oldest ones. You know, just to be fair, we'll kill a couple off here. We obviously won't kill the ones that have been nuzzled or anything like that, otherwise we'll, or been named, mainly because I think that upsets the colonists, right? We'll kill a couple of these off, then we can use the dinosaur to feed the dinosaurs. I mean, that's a hell of a way to turn up as a combat supplier, isn't it? My God, Brrainz, what is that? Assaultosaurus. What else have they got here? Let's see what I think they were a combat supplier. So let's trade with... Are you riding a beetle? Let's trade with Trashy and sort of see what they've got going on here. I think we've got a bunch of spare weapons and shit we can sell anyway. Alright, yeah, there we go. Look at that. So let's sell all this extra garbage just as a way to empty our stockpile more than anything else. Probably want to keep that pickaxe though, right? I'm sure there's somebody who could have that equipped. Similarly with the axe as well. They're just kind of useful to have around. Oh, saying that, we've got a slightly higher quality pickaxe there. Right, sell that shit. What else we got? Steel hammer. We might as well keep one of those. Tactical pistol. Counts as awful. We got like the heavy revolver. Oh, what is that? Feral anti-material rifle. Holy shit. That in Fallout has told me everything I need to know that we definitely need to buy that. 345. We do have 2,000 silver, to be fair. What is a fire support helmet? Is that a... Oh, move speed is much, much slower. Right, that to me sounds like power armor then. We probably don't want that at this stage. My God, move speed minus 0.5. That's quite significant. Wow. What's madness? Sorry, modified portable fusion reactor. Used for Rimworld scale mutual assured destruction. That is it's a nuclear device, is what you're telling me. Okay. Seems a little bit unnecessary, I think, at this stage. We can probably all agree. Let's not worry about it. I think we should probably craft our own weapons. I don't know anything about some of these Rimsenal weapons. I don't know if this is... maybe the Frontier Rifle is the best one. I don't know whether it's worth buying that. I don't know anything about the Anti-Material Rifle. I'd rather just save the money and buy the things that we know will be a massive benefit right now. Speaking of which, we should probably re-equip some of these weapons, too. I also need to move the weapons back into here, don't I? Just lying around in our freezer. It's a little bit of a weird place to store your rifles, huh? Right, let's go clear all. Excuse me. Critical, and then weapons. Right, and we'll move all of that garbage over to here. Thank you very much. Right, let's get our guys fully equipped too, because we've got some people like the shotgun. It's okay, but it hasn't got the range that this crucible rifle is going to have, and I think that's the one thing that we haven't really got on our side right now, especially as we haven't got any turrets rebuilt, because again, we've got no components. So that trip will be hopefully sooner rather than later. We just got to do a little more obedience. We've got the food for it now, so they should start on that pretty soon. One more day, and we can go to our mechanoid home and see what they've got. So this should allow us to, like I said, carry a whole bunch more shit. I'm thinking in the meantime, because we're getting kind of close to it, should we have some of our quarriers go and harvest a little more amber as well? Because we can also build out of that, as some of you guys are pointing out that we should go for like an amber hospital, an amber hotel, sorry, rather than a jade one. But I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can, I accept that in my heart as the true hotel. Right, it's mine all, oh, there we go, sweet. That's a huge amount, right. So we still want some people working in the quarry, because of course this amber isn't going to help with anything besides the whole dinosaur stuff. We do need to build a lot of extra stuff as well. So having some people working in the quarry to get our steel and our other crap and the occasional component that we might find is going to be valuable. Who are our best miners? So I guess we'll just have those three move over there and do that instead. Seems to make sense. So you three all got... So Trashy's got his pickaxe. Is there anything better we can use for an equipment for researching? I don't believe so. Obviously, you couldn't just have like a fucking tricorder or something in your offhand there. Nice. Amber extraction is done. Okay, absolutely get on that amber then as soon as possible. Nice. There we go. So we can actually now mark these animals as rideable there. So it can be mounted by the master and can be mounted by any pawn. We might want to disable that because there are some slightly buggy aspects to it as well. People like getting on the animal, riding all of about 30 seconds, getting off of it again. It actually takes more time for them to mount and dismount than it would be for just them to walk over there. So we'll have to adjust that as we go here. We've also got a prosthesis trader that I wanted to check out before we leave very quickly. Trashy, my man. Let's have a word and see what they've got. What? Textiles trader? Am I blind? Excuse me. That's a textiles trader, sir. Well, I guess we'll trade with them anyway. We could do with some more clothes, I guess, seeing as literally we've got naked colonists. What have you got? Oh, they've got a lot of cheap devil strand. Holy shit. It's still a little bit too expensive for us. My god, they've got hyperweave as well. More importantly, we could sell them our garbage that we really don't want. Like, trade out some of this really shitty wool in exchange for something slightly better is probably not a bad idea. Wow, we've got so many different leathers in the game now. Probably because we've got about 1,000. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Good god. Okay. Various different bowler hats as well. What is this? Ivory ironhide? What is that? Okay. It's very expensive. It's almost as much as Thrombophore and Galatros leather there. Fair enough. We don't want to spend too much money on this shit, because it's just gonna be for some random clothes here and there. Synthread would work. Honestly, there's no reason to not just build it out of cloth for the time being, huh? Should make a bunch of cash out of that though. Holy shit, that was 3,500 silver. Let's go over to the Mechanoid Hive then and get all the components we need to actually start on the dinosaur breeding, because we are almost finished with DNA reconstruction as well. So now rather than never, I'm going to leave Trashy behind to carry on with the research, because, you know, Trashy is becoming a competent researcher. So let's take with us, I guess just someone good at shooting. I guess we'll take Dominique, right? You are capable of hauling and everything, yeah? No. Thank God I checked that. Let's take Aiden Avivimus with us as well then. On a little journey up to the Mechanoid Hive. So let's go form caravan. We'll take Aiden and John. There we go. And we want to take you, and then we set the rider to be John and Aiden. There we go. The movement speed is gone up quite significantly there. 33 tiles a day. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's only like 6 tiles anyway, but it means we can carry more home with us. Let's take with them, I guess, just some simple meals. We're not going to be gone that long at all. Rot's in 2.7. We're not going to be long, and we're not going to be that far gone, right? Let's go to that one. 0.2 days. This is insanely fast. We go there. Sorry, remove that waypoint. 0.2 days either way. Fuck it. Let's go for there. Choose route, and boom. Off we go. You two look absolutely ridiculous. What the hell is this? Why have they got such intricate saddles? It's like a Christmas muffalo. Right, on we go. This shouldn't take any time to get there, and then hopefully, if we're quick, it's only 11 AM, we'll be able to... No, there was an ancient danger there. Holy shit, you remember when I pointed out in the first episode, I said there is room for an ancient danger here. And it actually is. I think we need to check that out. It could be anything in there. I mean, probably, you know, murderous mechanisms. We've got the anti-met rifle, so if we're ever going to check it out, now's the time, especially when we're desperate for components and that type of thing. So we should be able to get here, because it's only like 1 o'clock right now. Get in, grab the components, and get out, and hopefully get home before 9 PM the same day. That way we're not really losing any time. We're getting all the components that we need. My god, these mechanoid hives are always weird when we first go in, aren't they? Right, so we go set up camp. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, this is sufficiently strange. I'd really love to do, like, a Borg playthrough, you know? Being able to... Can we dismantle these? Oh, they are just random ship chunks. Oh, that's insanely good. Holy fuck. Just go like that. Boom. There we go. There's all our components. Oh, there's some crypto sleep caskets as well we can deconstruct. So anything else worth pointing out on this particular... Obviously, the ancient ship parts, but I don't think they actually do anything. Loads of steel as well, and then these things obviously drop slag chunks, which you could turn into more steel. We've got some exposed components, but nothing more than usual. The big bulk of it is obviously going to come from these ships. I'd love to do a Borg playthrough, like a mechanical playthrough, where we play as like a robot hive or something along those lines, landing in here and playing from this this place from the get-go. Right, let's go, team. Good work. Get your ship chunks, grab your shit, and then let's get out of here. I'm going to push them on to maybe 7, 8 PM, because it only takes 0.3, was it like 0.2 days to get there? So really we need to leave now. I'll let him deconstruct this last ship, and then we'll call it there. Right, that will do. Okay, world map. That's all we needed. But all we needed was just swoop in, get some, and get out again. 82. 82 components, just like that. We can't even carry them home. Unbelievable decadence. Right, okay, fuck it then. Let's, that's a little bit overpowered, isn't it? These mechanoid things are crazy overpowered. To be fair, we do have roaming mechanoids nearby, and, you know, if it increases the chance of mechanoid attack, something like that, that's kind of cool. But my god, that's absurd. Right, let's see if they can actually get home the same day. I think they're going to start camping soon. I think I left it a little bit too far. They're also out of food, which might be a bit of a concern. We get plenty of forage. Yeah, that's a shame. I should have sent them much earlier and shouldn't have overstepped the boundaries like that. Right, safely home. So we've got a ridiculous amount of components now. I don't think they've actually finished unloading everything yet. Where's the other one? Who did we take with us? Was it Dominique? Oh, are they unloading the shit now? Not sure, but we know we've got enough components. Yeah, we've definitely got enough now. Oh, there they are. Yeah, we're good. Right, okay. Fabrication bench is finished. Good work. And that was the sort of big thing. What the hell is a carbon jumpsuit? Oh, that's very nice. Wow. Good insulation, good armor as well. 25% just for the skin layer is obviously quite good. We'd have to replace our 10% work speed jumpsuit, though, if we wanted to do that. I mean, that's a trade-off, right? Super armor versus being able to work a lot faster. One thing I want to do is get a load of clothes made. So I found these aprons. I don't know why I ignored them last time. It might be because we already have something to take up that layer. That's probably reasonable. Middle layer. Did we make something else that did that? Was it like the overalls that take up middle layer or something? Yes, okay, that's why I didn't make them last time. Fair enough. Cape, just give 10% bonus to your pain shock threshold, making people a bit more resilient. Gas masks, this was also pointed out in the comment section yesterday. These gas masks give 100% toxic threshold. Sorry, I should say toxic protection, really. So if you're wearing one of these, toxic sensitivity and the toxic fallout does not affect you at all. Making 7 of those and just having them ready for if there is a fallout and just equipping them and obviously, you know, set up a loadout that's just toxic and then we can quickly flip over to it will be insanely good. Gonna make a couple of extra jumpsuits, boots, overalls, and a hard hat there as well. Obviously capes. In fact, making just everybody a hard hat wouldn't hurt. While John churns out our various bits of clothes there, let's start with our unhappy news here. Getting a couple of backup as well, just in case we've got any tattered. We can start planning out our lab, I guess, would be the first thing to do. I was going to say we'll start putting the animals down, but I'd love to build a much more dedicated lab, maybe over in this section. On the other side of the farms would make a lot of sense. That way we can have this sort of area for research. We could build a little bit of a compound or something like that, stop the guests coming in. Alright, how big do we want to make it, really? Pretty not massive. It doesn't need to be super huge. I'll try and follow the natural landscape a little bit. We're planning this one out. So we'll have, we need like a room for our research benches and things like that. Then attached to that, we probably need a little bit of a stockpile. Medical room would also be quite good to have over here, like a dedicated medical hospital. So we could have something like that with our bionic processing or whatever else. Maybe a big stockpile room as well. Maybe a little bit of a like a manufactory for creating things like the bionics that we want to obviously give to the people in the hospital. That's looking okay. I'm gonna put down. Oh, we need like a bathroom and shit as well, don't we? I guess putting that directly attached onto here would make the most sense. And then we'll have like a little entrance area. And you know what? That's fine. That's absolutely okay by me, Mr. Streamer. It's another mostly square building. You're absolutely right. Buildings in real life, don't know if you noticed, tend to be fairly square. I'd want it to look, you know, kind of like a regular office in real life. So we can have, like, the little cubicles as well over on this side. Let's go for some stall doors as well for a little bit of privacy there. There we go. We need some basins. I guess putting fountains around as well certainly would help out a little bit. Let's put down a couple of little basins there. Fantastic stuff. Actually, I'm going to move that one over. I just think it'll look a little bit nicer. There we go. All right. That's fine. Then we want to put down, I guess, like, you know, even like radiator, central heat and things like that. Do we need a hot water tank? Probably not. People aren't going to be over here having showers or anything like that. Let's put down a lovely steel fountain in... This is going to be your entrance area, right? Where you come in to actually, you know, maybe set your meetings, go out into a boardroom. We'll put a boardroom as well. That'd be kind of cool. So we want a little bit of a fountain in our waiting room here. Vending machines. Obviously, the biggest brain of all the buildings we go for here. Drinks vending machines. Stick a couple of those down. There you go. Drinks and snacks there. We want a little bit of a sort of front desk. That seems like a good plan. Oh yeah, we'll do something like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. Right, let's put that down. Let's go for a little wooden chair. Perfect. Incredible stuff. A couple of benches, I guess, to wait for your appointment or wherever you are. How do we want to do this? Let's do it like that. That way we can have some little magazine racks and whatever else. I'm over planning this. It's completely unnecessary. Let's focus on the actual dinosaur stuff, huh? So what have we got? Amber extraction bench, right there we go. Oh man, that's fucking huge. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. So this will be our sort of, I don't know, boardroom area. This is going to be our stockpile. Then we'll have our manufactory and then our research room, followed by, I guess this area could be for the actual dinosaurs themselves. Does have to be super high security up here, right? So I'll put down amber extraction bench. Was this thing... the DNA reconstruction of the amber extraction bench. Right, we've already got one of those, so we can just reinstall it rather than waste our resources there. So go ahead and put that in the middle of this room. So then the other thing we haven't actually researched yet, have we? The DNA reconstructor. That's almost done. Wait for that to finish, and then we'll keep planning things out. But I'll start reinstalling all of this garbage too down to here. Big old like research wall down this place. That'll do. That'll do for the time being, because I don't want to spend too many resources and too much shit planning this out if we obviously can't even remotely afford it. So, just sort of the basic walls. I put in the basic cables, plumbing, things like that. We've got a couple of power buildings here. We've got that really, really expensive power station, and the one that's sort of infinite power but high cost, but given that components are... kind of abundant, I think is fair to say on this map. It's not a big deal. Then we got water tower, we've got wind turbines and the pump there as well to provide some water to this building. This is going to be our main research lab. Like I said, this is going to be where all the magic happens, and we'll have a big old path connected up to the main sort of staff room, living areas there. Is it a pain in the ass for our colonists to be running, you know, maybe an hour over to the lab every day? Yes. But is it realistic, and does it make up better use of this map space? Absolutely it does. I'm kind of happy with that. So we'll obviously build this up as we go and decorate as we go. There's so many other furniture mods as well. We missed out on, honestly, we've barely seen half it. I also want to get, speaking of sterile attire, I also want to get sterile tiles, things like that, just so that we can build a more dedicated hospital here. But is it, was it down here a bit more? Yeah, there it is. So we've got, like, modern furniture. Spacer furniture especially would look fantastic in this, in a dedicated lab zone. So we'll just see how well they get on with this before we spend too long actually planning it all out. You motherfucker. Okay, never mind. I guess we won't be building our lab today. Teresa, John... Oh my god, both of our builders. Okay. And Saigigu, the sculptor, who is completely pointless. I'm not too bothered about that. We've got 2 bloody sculptors in this colony. Are you joking? Well, I guess we'll have some lovely statues and some good interior design. I'm thinking, let's not call them sculptors. Let's call them architects, because that's what we need. And sculptors are kind of a complete waste of time at this stage, huh? Right. That's really, really, really bad. I'm not gonna lie, that's really, really bad, because muscle parasites don't disappear immediately, obviously, and they don't even have, like, an immunity or anything. We just have to keep tending to them. It might even be a good shout to flip over to herbal medicine, rather than the big boy medicine. I don't know. I don't know if... Is it a chance to... As I recall, the actual chance of muscle parasites disappearing with each tend is based on the tend quality. So if John was using glitter medicine, they're in optimal circumstances, the muscle parasites would last a lot less than if we're using garbage herbal medicine. Maybe I guess in the long term this is the better play. This is going to take a long time to build. You are a brave man right there. I'm looking forward to when this is done. This is going to look fantastic. Wanderer joins. Whoa. I completely clipped that off, not even thinking it was important. Whoa, where are my messages tab? History. History. Messages. Wanderer joins. Hello. She's willing to contribute. She will not leave voluntarily. If you don't want it, you may banish her, sell her into slavery, or simply kill her. Your other colonists might find this disturbing. Forks. She looks like a researcher. She's dressed like a researcher. She's not. She's a builder. You know what? I'll take her right now. Actually, she's pretty good. Capable of violent and intellectual, but she is dressed like a researcher, definitely. Construction level 10. Hey, when we're building a whole new lab, welcome aboard as far as I'm concerned. More cooking is always quite nice, because we've got a lot of mouths to feed these days. And a major passion in plants, but not much skill in it. So she's definitely got room for growth there. You know what? As far as you know, the colonists we've acquired over the course of this campaign have gone, she's very good. She's actually quite good. Oh, rearm turrets. That should be everyone's top priority all the time, right? Refuel. Doesn't really matter too much, but why not? You can help out butcher, cooking. Don't worry about brewing. Let's get you also on constructing. Let's also focus on building up your skills with the plants as well. Excellent stuff. Okay, we've got like a bit of a mixed bag here, I will admit, on our growers and harvesters and whatever else. But trying to keep this many people fed is going to be quite a tall order. Okay, what I'm thinking then is let's expand some of these farms a little bit. Let's just expand and take up the natural area they're in anyway. So we'll just sort of put that extra little border to them all, and then we'll sort of see, maybe even turn all this into rice or something, because clearly the Devil Stand's going to take a while to get there. We don't have anyone capable of planting it, really. In fact, we don't have anyone at all, do we? A heal route we can just about manage, but there is nothing else we can do about the Devil Strand. Right, let's do something like that just to start off with. It's not going to be a lot more, but it is going to be something. Then with this, we could just have a rotating crop. So for the time being, we could have something like, honestly, like rice just to quickly get some more in. I would love to then instead, let's go for the vegetable garden mod and actually try and research, or is it agriculture? Right, agriculture level 1 allows to make lentils. Lentils are a type of food replacement. Don't worry about that. Let's get lentils going after the DNA reconstruction is done. Would it be worth maybe getting our 2 research folks on that for the time being? Almost certainly. Let's do that. Just make sure they're not being interrupted by anything else here. Right, that's good. That's fine. Hunting is kind of irrelevant, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there we go. So they should now spend most of their time, well, all of their time researching for the time being. There we go. It's not going to take them much longer to do that anyway. Then they get back to helping out building the lab. Nice, there we go. So our DNA reconstructor and our agriculture one is also finished. So let's go ahead and plant some lentils in this bigger zone in the center, because that's going to help keep our meat demand slightly higher. Seeing as right now it's more or less always coming from fish, essentially, is it. And then the occasional dinosaur that I am slaughtering as well, because we had way too many. Feeding that many was impossible. Even now that I've cut it down by such a huge amount, we've still got, like, what's that, 10 left? The muffalope are going to be really the backbone of the colony here, and the things I would like to breed more of, because that's, you know, powering the whole base here. My god, we have a lot of chem fuel left over still. Holy shit. There's something I forgot to check, which I'm now lamenting massively, is the fact that Forks turn up another bloody colonist incapable of violence. Like, 3 out of 8 of our colonists can't fight for themselves, so we are... I feel like we're going to get super over-reliant on turrets. You know what? Let's start fucking researching some turrets. I know that it's not really what we were aiming to do today, but I kind of feel like if we leave this unattended, we're just going to get so screwed. We've got, like, concealed defense. I don't think they're necessary. Uranium slug turrets. What happened to, like, the... Do I know the vanilla turrets expanded mod? Huh, that's unlike me. Okay, fine. Oh, wasn't it removed from the workshop or something like that? I don't entirely remember. Microwave turrets, slug turrets. I mean, those sound useful. Gun turret, that's like a one that fires a slug, not for killing slugs. Although, given some of the animals we've seen turn up at our base, you know, that might be left to see. What have we got here? Self-powered, reliable sentry guns to be used for that. What do they do, though? They're just sentry guns. That sounds like maybe what we need right now. Give me some sentry guns. For the love of God, let's see if we can't bolster up our defensive somewhat, because right now we're relying on a giant slug. It's a caterpillar. It's obviously a caterpillar. I was joking. Relying on these turrets, they're not very good. Like, we've seen them in action, and they're not fantastic. You can't manually designate people to fire at as well, so that's not ideal. Hopefully these ones we can designate, because that would really help us pick things off, especially with the limited amount of firepower we've got, and the limited amount of people capable of using that bloody firepower in the first place. Looking on the plumbing next. Don't worry about the foundations. Don't worry about the walls. Let's get the plumbing and the electricity done first. Classic. That's the right order to do it in. A group of KO foxes? Chow foxes? What the hell are those things? Oh, they're like these... They're like Pokemon. That's Entei right there. It's making a big deal about them, sort of like the same way it would with a Galatros or a Thrombo. I'm assuming we should probably try and tame these things. A large, graceful creature that most resembles a mix of a fox and a horse that can move quickly. Like all Chaomorphs? Chowmorphs? They are sterile. Oh, okay, interesting. So we can't breed any more of them. The wings are non-functional because wind-powered flight as a concept does not exist on the rim. I mean, they're far too heavy. That's correct. Pawn Morpher. Okay, so it's added by the Pawn Morpher mod. How much is their market value? They're not actually hugely expensive, but, I mean, they sound like they could make for a good animal to display in our zoo. You know, cannot be bred anymore. Let's try and tame them. Fuck it, let's bring them on board. I honestly thought that was a stop barrier then for a second. Holy shit. I was like, we didn't build any stop barriers out the front of our base. Lab coats give 10% research speed. I think I'm going to take that off of you and give it to John or maybe even Trashy. Although saying that, though, they get 10% bonus work speed from the stuff they're wearing anyway. Would that even help? Oh, it's outer layer, though. Yeah, that's ours now. Sorry, you've agreed to sign that over to the colony. Thank you, I appreciate that. Right, John coming... Oh, John's on mental break. Okay, good. You know, it's to be expected, really, with the muscle parasites. I mean, like I said, there's no real way we can manage it. He's already got pain from his bite scar, and I imagine his horrible mutations here. The muscle parasites on top. This guy must be having a real bad time, but we could have got this done so much quicker if we didn't have these bloody muscle parasites. We couldn't have had it finished, certainly, but we could have gotten a lot closer to having this place built up and using as a dedicated lab tomorrow. But hey, we could do with a couple more beds, seeing as apparently they're sleeping outdoors just randomly. What the hell are they doing? Oh, you're ill? Why are you ill? Ah, the classic. Got into a fight with an Ibex ram. We all do it. You know, it's just a Friday night, huh? Fucking blight. Are you having a laugh? Okay. Stop. How much? Oh, that's pretty significant. Oh, god damn it. Alright, cut all blighted plants. Let's get on that immediately, please, for people. Excuse me, team. Sorry, we need to focus on these plants. I did turn off plant cuts to try and balance their jobs a lot more, rather than just, you know, shotgun blasting everyone, do everything all at once. Right, let's try that. That should help lower the amount of blight spread. We might have to update, because by the time they finish, chances are they'll have a couple more blight spreading to different crops. Actually, we might be lucky here. We might be alright. Actually, I think they got it. Oh, no, there was one spread. Okay, alright. So what we'll do, same thing, really. Let's just go ahead and cut all blighted plants, and then draft and undraft. That should do it. There's no way in hell anymore spreading that small amount of time. I will just double check. We're good. Okay, well, that was a very, very easy to deal with incident. Thank you very much for that. Still trying to keep the numbers of these Styracosaurus down as much as possible, too, because as nice as they are to look at, they're not fantastically useful, are they? We've even started putting their eggs in the freezer so we don't get any more. It turns out, by the way, when you put dinosaur eggs in the freezer, they turn into chicken eggs, which I'm not really sure about the science behind that. Well, my god, we've got a lot of dinosaur scales from that. Look at the meat! This is like a proper farm. Is this how farms work? Holy shit, we don't need lentils. We've got... Oh, bumble drones. Those would be nice to put in the, what was that? What's it called? Lab? No? Animal display? What's the word for that? Help me. Like a museum, but for animals. A zoo! The zoo. That's what I meant to say. Those might be kind of cool to put in the zoo. What's those other big boys? The foxes that came through. I can't see them from space, so chances are they've completely disappeared. Let's go to the wildlife tab. They're still here. Oh, they're there. Why are we not taming those now, John? Oh, probably because they're turning down to get the research done. Right. Go, little John. Train those animals, because those seem very, very rare. Oh, it's the Zerg. It's the Zerg are here, by the way. Okay, they're a friendly Zerg, just here to trade with us. Trashy, I need you to wake up and see what these nice men want, because I can't. I don't think we have any right to say no to them when they turn up with... What is that? Raptor shrimp and a great devourer. Okay, you might as well go and have a word, see what they... Oh, they actually want to sell us the Tyranids. Fine. Shit, huh? A large genetically modified creature, origins are unknown. I assume we could train that to kill on our behalf. They're quite cheap. To say that they are gigantic... I mean, it's a zoo, right? It's a shame it's a male for all of them. We are running a fucking zoo here, and those seem fairly rare. When are we going to get the opportunity to train great devourers, realistically? Let's also sell them some of this garbage. I don't know what structure gel. Let's take it. Take the go juice as well, because we've got people with chemical fascination. Get rid of it. Empty this stockpile, because this is kind of ridiculous. Polymer battle axe sounds kind of cool. Tactical pistol, yeah, we'll hang on to it for we don't need it, though. We've got better guns, and apparently people can't wear this shit anyway. Dr. Scrubs do give medical success chances. It turns out that's what the person who turned up who was incapable of medical and research. And then, of course, the lab coat is ours anyway. Oh, that is ours. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong side again. I don't think we really want to do any other trading besides that. For some reason, we could buy a howler, despite the fact that we clearly saw our Muffalos already had them. It's going to cost us 2,400. I think that's a fair trade. Thank you for the gigantic raptor shrimp. Holy shit. Can we ride those into battle? Great Devourer. I mean, also the Great Devourers. I feel like teaching those obedience might be a sensible play. Request for a tenant. I'm not going to turn you down. Welcome to the Jurassic Park. Come take a look at my animals. Oh, they look like a man in black. Actor of the T-Rex Buckley Inc. They are unaffiliated with a faction. Interesting. Okay. Very neurotic command, adrenaline drunk. I probably wouldn't bring them into the colony if we had the option to. 14 social is kind of nice, but they haven't really got anything else worth... I mean, they'd just be another quarry slave if we brought them in, because how frequent is it that we have people, you know, to do social with? Obviously, when we open the hotel, that would be different, but did he make a wooden chair masterwork for the chess table? This guy's construction has absolutely gone through the roof recently. My god, he's actually our best builder then, if he's the one doing all the quality builder. That's good, because it means that it's a job that John doesn't have to worry about, but we got ourselves a KO fox, Chow fox, a Chao fox. Welcome. You're going nicely with my Great Devourer and Raptor Shrimp. My god, the zoo is really kicking off here. I think, for today, we'll leave it there then. We'll obviously come up to building the rest of the lab tomorrow, but I think that's some fantastic progress with the lab. Farms have been expanded massively. We've picked up a whole bunch of resources, like a ridiculous amount of amber and steel and components, whatever else. More importantly, though, and this is the big thing, we're obviously trying to focus on the zoo side of things at this stage. So we've got ourselves 2 Great Devourers, 2 Raptor Shrimps. Oh my god, we got a KO Fox and a KO Vix. Is that a male and a female? Oh, but they're sterile, though, aren't they? Right, so we actually did tame 2 of them as well. Incredible work, John. My god, this is going to be incredible if this, if we manage to get the last one as well. Come on, do it. Just to end the video off. Boom. He is so good at his job. John, Animal Whisperer, Master, and all-round nice guy. Oh, we need some names as well for the new characters. I'll pin it as a top comment too, because I really should have said it earlier in the episode. But if you wanna chuck me some names for Sayegi, Forks, and Teresa, then we will get some names done for those guys as well, because I feel like they've earned the stripes at this stage. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Let's give a shout out to the patrons, without which it would not be possible for Rimworld to be played, because recording this episode has taken me almost 2 hours getting saved. To be fair, we had a lot of stuff to do, so I mean that's more than acceptable. We had a big old lab to build, a lot of planning out here and there. Thank you to the following people for their support at the insane tier levels on Patreon, including Aiden W, Alpha Scuff, Anthony Gawley, Asuna Kirito, Atmos, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Sedini, Crazy Pat, Crosus, Donald, Emerald Beam, Facundo Vasquez, Fluffernutter, Ghost of Protocol, Gogolus, Harik, Jimbo, Jonah Waters, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Kanan Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskrat, Full Nat Buskus 911, Nathan Flores, Necrofin, Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Richard Clark, Scott, Skaz, Somnus, Stannis Themanis, Shayuk, Swain, The Forsaken One, Two Cruz, Tom Sarah 18, Tyler Kenner, Vacuous Bacchus, and William Green as well. Thank you for your support of the Insane Tier Levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. And, of course, if you guys want to throw me some names as well, feel free more than anything to send me some names over Discord via DM or drop it in the Patreon group chat as well, and I will get those added to the list. In the meantime, thank you as well to Asro, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Attila, Austin Taylor, Baltoon, Ben Trope, SMS Max, Berta Valerian, Black Double H, Chris, Corey CA, David Van Diepen, Don, Don217, easy to pronounce name, Eric Farrell, Exploding Knees, Foosh, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Circa, Gompo, Gray, Haji Damar, Henrik Stensgaard, Icarus, Ice of the Grey, Ida, Irish, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, James Barnes, James Shea, Jason Sushu, Jose, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Peer, Justin Plott, Justin Walters, Llewellyn and Thomas, Luke Wallace, Mustulp, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan, Sammy Pantherpel, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Denisar, Rodrigo, Russian Algar, Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Smirtworm, Spencer Powell, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, The Bloody Knight, The Insane Pickle, Valonkri, Varagon, Voodoo Mumbo, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade, Wilson at F, Wolfie, Yorkus, Zach, and Zico too. Thanks to these guys. Shout out to the other patrons. Shout out to the Twitch subs, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for some more Rimworld.